Hi, I'm Matt with Maximum Living Power. This is my video coaching newsletter series, and the topic of today's newsletter is going to be muscle gain. We'll have an email from a guy who's wanting to know what he should do as he's starting his weight training journey on how to gain muscle. So I'm just going to kind of briefly hit on a couple of key points to keep in mind here, to where that in case any of y'all are starting out your journey, or maybe have hit a plateau or anything like that, maybe I can help y'all as well. So for starters, when you're trying to build muscle, there's the key points that you want to keep in mind here is that you want to keep shocking your muscles to where they have to continuously grow and they won't be able to adapt. So what I mean by that is since I've been a trainer for almost 14 years, one of the main problems that I see and that I run into is that people do the same workout day in, day out, day in, day out, month in, month out, and they never change it up. Even they might change up the exercises, like the type of exercises they do, but their same reps, their same sets, the rest in between, all of that stays the same. So I just want to kind of make sure that if this is you want to change up your routine consistently. And the best way to do that is by the volume and basically the increase the volume that you do for that particular body part. So what do I mean by volume? So basically, say if I were doing bench press, okay? So if I were doing bench press, and I usually use bench press on every single workout for chest, and I do 8 to 12 reps for, say, the standard, about 3 to 5 different sets for the bench press, then you would want to add a little bit more volume. Now, there's multiple ways you can do that. You can add more weight. So, say if I was doing, 285 pounds on the bench press, then basically you could either add more weight, maybe add another 5-10 pounds, depending on what your max weight that you're doing on bench press, or you can add more repetitions and maybe reduce your rest in between your sets, as an example. So there's a couple different ways you can do those, but my main deal that I found that works the best throughout my journey is by incorporating more of a balanced repetition throughout whatever it is, whatever exercise, whatever body part you're doing. So, like for instance, my main workout would consist of repetitions in the range of about 4 and as much as 15. So about 4 to 15, and it varies depending on the set I'm in, and if I'm almost done with my workout, or if I'm just starting, if I'm trying to build, if I'm trying to gain strength. But I always incorporate basically the rep ranges from 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, and 10 to 12, and every single body part of every single workout that I do. Now, I do shock those up as well by every now and then, like I said, adding more weight. But the general rule is that you want to continue to shock your muscles, and to me, that's usually the best way, to do those. So, like, say for instance, if you're doing 4 to 6 reps at the beginning, and say you get up to being able to do 6 reps, say if you're doing dumbbell flies and you can do like when you started, you could only do them 4 times, but you get up to 6, then you want to add a little bit more weight when you're in that rep range, to where that you kind of drop back down to 4. The same scenario goes if you're from about to 6 to 8. If you're about 6 to 8 and you're that's your set that you're doing, and you can do 8 now with any given weight, then you want to add a little bit more weight to that, to where it drops it back down to about 6. So then you can continue to, like I said, shock your muscle into growth, and you won't, develop a plateau, so to speak, and all that stuff, and then just do that same way from 8 to 10, and then your 10 to 12 as well. I know a lot of people say that they do about 15 to 20 reps sometimes. You can do those like high repetition sets, but don't do those for if you're trying to build your muscle or you're at the beginning of your workout or anything like that. You want to do those more towards the end if you're trying to maybe have a burnout set to where you're trying to go to where you can't go anymore. So if that makes sense to y'all, then great. But just making sure that you keep shocking your muscle into growth, continuously working out. I know that's another bullet point that you want to keep in mind, is that you want to be consistent. You want to continuously work out. So if you're doing say a 2 or 3 week training split, for instance, you're doing back buys, shoulders, tries, and then maybe doing abs, legs, stuff like that. You're doing like a 2 to 3 day split. You want to continuously keep that split up. And now I know things happen to where you can't go work out that day, but try to get back on it is the following day or as soon as you can, because that's where most of your results are going to come from. Another bullet point is your calories. I see a lot of guys also that, especially that are really, really thin, really, really skinny, that are trying to build muscle and trying to gain weight, but their calories are they're not consuming hardly any calories throughout the day. They're maybe only eating one time a day, and that one time a day is maybe 500 to 1,000 calories. You have to have enough fuel, you have to have enough calories and energy in order for your body to be able to rebuild. Once you work out, you're breaking down the muscle, you want your body to be able to recover. And without all the calories, without all the energy, your body's not going to be able to use the protein, be able to use the energy, carbs, the whole 9 yards in order to rebuild. So you just want to have that main focus whenever you're working out as well. A lot of people think you go work out at the gym, you're going to lift weights, next thing you know, you're going to blow up and gain a lot of weight. But that's not going to happen. Okay, obviously, naturally, of course. But that's a completely different topic. So I don't want to get off topic here. But the main bullet points, like I said, is you want to continuously shock your muscles. Bullet point number 1, so try to incorporate, rep ranges that are from about 4 to 12, increasing your weight when you get, too high, and then obviously increasing your volume and the amount of work that you do per muscle and per exercise. Make sure you all do your total number of sets as well. You don't want to just do 3 or 4 sets per body part and not have enough volume to build. And the second bullet point, was you want to make sure that you're consistent, because you're never going to be able to build like you want if you're not consistent. You can't work out 1 week, don't work out for 2 weeks, come back, do it again, go back, again in a couple weeks, and then continuously trying to build muscle. Now, you can get away with doing that when you're trying to lose body fat, or in another, like if you're trying to do something completely different. But when it comes to building, you have to continuously and be consistent, shocking your muscles, all that. And then the third bullet point was making sure you have enough fuel, enough energy, protein, in order to rebuild and repair your muscles after your workout. As you're breaking them down, getting your microscopic, tears in the muscle, be able to have your body to be able to recover them most efficient and effectively, as well. So that's basically the main thing to focus on. Don't make it too complicated. And if you have any other questions on these topics, or a topic of relationships, maybe your ex left you, or maybe should I say your girl left you, she became your ex, or you need some help with your career coaching, just go to my website, MaximumLivingPower.com. Email me your question, or you could just even go just to questions at MaximumLivingPower.com. And just like I said, email me your question. Be patient, because I do get quite a bit of questions emailed to me that I try to get to everybody's question. And if I find your question that I want to share, I may send you an email stating that I included it in a video coaching newsletter like this one. And if you could use my help personally, you can always book a phone coaching session, or I can also do email coaching. I do text messaging, and I also do Skype. So whichever one works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.